good night, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Um, One day I'm gonna have the horns, the train horns, and all of the other gadgets that I can go along with to enhance this. I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. Um, I look forward to that day, cause trouble don't last always. That's the thing about trouble. It'll come, but it can't stay forever. Eventually, the storm is gonna let up, and you have to position yourself, man, mentally, that when the storm comes, that you are prepared to ride it out, regardless to how tough it may get. And I think that's where a lot of people drop the ball. They don't make a commitment to ride the storm out. The first sign of trouble, they jump ship, give up, quit, blame other people. Man, when you in a battle, man, you got to gird yourself and be determined. And see, adversity is designed to make you scared, to make you panic. And you got so many people right now, the first thing they want to do is panic because they can't see how it's going to work out. That's the first thing they want to do. It's panic. Give up. And once you give in to that temptation, man, it's like a crack that's almost impossible to repair. Because once you break your spirit, man, it's just a matter of time before something else will come along and hit that same spot. And you throw your hands up. I quit. I give. And that's not where you want to be. That's not the especially coming to the end of a new year. Man, you need to start practicing now. Take these last 6 days and start practicing. And well, you should have started months ago. But a lot of y'all want to wait till you get there. Like your New Year's resolution, you're going to start on New Year's instead of prepping yourself now. See, that's how a lot of people make mistakes. They make these New Year's resolutions and think they can cold turkey, put something down, stop something. No, man, start preparing yourself. Okay? Start, so even if you slip and fall, you're still in 2023. You ain't in 2024. You got some kinks you got to work out. You got to learn something about yourself. When you start trying to stand on your discipline, man, you're gonna go through some stuff mentally to challenge that. See, you got to remember, man, adversity is gonna challenge what you believe and what you standing on. And if your foundation is weak, if your foundation has a crack in it, it ain't but so long that it ain't gonna be able to hold all of the weight you trying to put on it, and it's gonna break and give. And see, here's another thing. For 2024, a lot of y'all need to stop worrying about what people think. Let me say that again. See, for 2024, a lot of y'all need to stop worrying about what people think. Isn't it amazing that the people that don't want to help you, that have no interest in seeing you succeed, yet those are the ones you give the most credibility to. Those are the ones that have the greatest impact on you. The ones that don't give a shit about you. Them the ones you're trying to please. And I don't understand why. And yet the person that's there for you, the person that is committed to you, is the one you'll take for granted. But you'll bend over backwards trying to please that person that don't mean shit to you. You don't mean shit to them. And you'll bend over backwards to try to please them. Some of y'all need to cut that out, man. You need to stop that. You need to stop it. And stop taking things for granted. See, I tell people all the time down in front of the White House that I live here. I can come here every day. Y'all traveling thousands of miles. And some of y'all taking it for granted that you'll be back. And I remember when I first started my limousine, my limousine company, that, man, I would pick people up that, so man, I came to DC when I was in high school. And this is my first time coming back. And they be in like their 50s and 60s. And they came to DC when they was in the 8th grade. And this is the first time they've been able to get back since then. Because life gonna get in your way, man. Life is gonna get in your way. And if you keep living, sooner or later, life is gonna get in your way. Everything. I got a guy down at the White House. He got one song, Cha Cha Slide. It's the one song he got. And man, he plays that song all, well, he'll play it, his speaker, he has to turn it off, but he's always flashing his money. He always want to turn to me and show me how much money he done made. And I told him, I said, man, you act like that money can't dry up. You run around here, you act like that money can't dry up. That very thing you bragging about could dry up. Now what you gonna do? And see, and that's what you got to be cautious of, man. Be cautious of the energy that you're putting out, especially with this new year coming in and a new line. What? 2 days from now, there's a full moon. The last full moon of the year is in 2 days, and that's some whole different energy. There's a different alignment in the stars that's going on. Okay, so, man, I'm going to get out here and go back down to the White House, and later on this evening, catch up with my children. Okay, that's what I'm getting ready to do. Well, first I got to go up into this front desk. I gotta go first take care of my bill, but man, that's a story within itself right there. That's a I'm telling you, man, you can never count the goodness of God. You can never count how God is gonna bless you. You never know what's gonna happen. All right? So, man, Merry Christmas. Enjoy your day. And be mindful of somebody that is less fortunate. than you are. I'm not saying that you need to be responsible for them, but man, when you can encourage somebody with a good word, or you can help them financially, sow a good seed, man. Pay it forward. And even if you don't reap the benefits of that, it's still on your bloodline. Your children, your grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren gonna receive that. Because I know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm still receiving blessings from some stuff my grandmama did. And probably my grandfather and my great-grandfather and my great-great-grandfather, parents that I've never seen, I'm sure have sown some good deeds that are falling on my life. See, that's how I look at it. And that's why I try to keep doing good deeds. Okay? That's why I try to keep doing good deeds. And see, when times get tough, it's the wicked that's gonna suffer when times get tough. Because God is gonna make a way for his children. See, God gonna make a way for the righteous. It's the wicked that's gonna suffer. And see, you either a righteous person, don't mean you perfect, don't mean you won't cuss a mofo out, okay? But you ain't gonna steal from nobody, you ain't gonna cheat nobody, you ain't gonna lie to nobody. When you live a righteous lifestyle, you're not harmful. When you live a righteous lifestyle, when you live a wicked lifestyle, you're destructive, you're harmful, you don't give a damn about nothing but yourself. When you live a wicked lifestyle, and the Bible say the wealth of the sinners is laid up for the just. There's going to be a wealth transfer in the earth realm before Jesus come back. Let me say that again. There's going to be a wealth transfer in the earth realm before Jesus come back. And are you going to be a recipient of that transfer, or is the transfer going to be taken from you? Because you and that's why I keep trying to tell people, man, y'all better get off this race kick and this politics kick. This is about good versus evil. This is what this is about right now. Good versus evil. And right now, evil is having its way, but good is going to prevail. Okay? Good will always prevail. Might take some time, but good is always going to prevail. Okay? Man, enjoy your day. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I'm excited about 2024. I'm excited about it. Um, I'm excited. I think this is going to be a great year, regardless to how it looks. Man, I miss my wife. Wow, I wish I could be with my wife right about now, but I can't. I can't. Miss old girl, boy. Got 5 years to make up, man. It's coming up on 5 years since I've seen my wife. And, I could have been out here screwing out of both legs, doing all kind of crazy shit. But The one thing my wife asked me when I took her back to the airport was to make her proud. And that's what I've been trying to do. All right. That was yesterday. Yesterday. Um, that's what I try to do. So one day I'm gonna be able to go live with you and say, y'all remember that woman I've been talking to y'all about? Here she is. I can't wait till that day come, man, when I can go live and I can introduce y'all to my wife, so y'all can see what kind of taste I got. Because right now you can only guess. No, my wife is not a social media person. She, I married the total opposite of me. My wife is the total opposite of me. Okay, I wouldn't. That's one thing that I didn't get nobody like me. I got somebody different from me. See, with my wife, this is what I learned. Um, you know, love is wonderful. It's fantastic. But at the end of the day, man, you need to get with somebody you can tolerate, that can get on your nerves, and you can tolerate it. And that's what I've come to learn. My wife can get on my nerves, and I can tolerate it. I don't get pissed off. I can tolerate her getting on my nerves because I know how she is. So I can tolerate that. And that's one of the things I mean, I just realized, man, it's all about what you can tolerate. If you can't tolerate nothing, don't get involved with it. But if you can tolerate it, deal with it. Yeah, deal with it. Deal with it. And some of my weaknesses are her strengths, and some of her weaknesses are my strengths. So we complement each other. We complement each other. Just that simple. And I always told her that we was gonna be all right. And I look forward to the day where I can say, babe, I told you we was gonna be okay. All right. So that's what I look forward to, the day that I can say, I told you we was gonna be okay. All right. So, man, enjoy your day. Um, it's beautiful. It's beautiful here in DC. It's beautiful today in DC. I will. Um, don't give up, man. Don't quit. Don't be too quick to count yourself out. And the sad part is a lot of people have counted themselves out for the rest of the year. They look at these last 6 days as a foregone conclusion, and you don't know what can happen to you in this last 6 days. You don't know, and your job is just to keep believing. That's your job, to keep believing. Well, true conductor, how do you keep believing when ain't nothing working right? Don't focus on it. Don't focus on, see, that's the mistake that a lot of people make. They put their focus on what's going wrong. and don't put any focus on where they want to go. You know, that saying, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you're constantly thinking about what's troubling you, that's all you're going to get. It's trouble. But the only way you can counteract that is to put some different thoughts into the atmosphere. And you do that by constantly believing. And see, in a sense, you have to trick your mind. Almost like you lying to yourself. That you believe whatever you praying and asking God for, you believe you already have it. And when you believe you already have it, you act a certain way. When you believe you have something, you don't still walking around worried. When you believe you have it. Oh, by the way, I saw the response from TD Jakes about all of this stuff that's going on. And homeboy is in some trouble. Yeah, Luna said, can I go to her? Yeah, I can go to her when I get some money. I'm still trying to keep my head above water with this. All right, she's okay. She's fine. Now, if my wife was any other woman, I probably would be divorced now. She would have left me. If my wife was any other woman, she would have left. Just that simple. But, you know, God put the right person that could endure what I'm going through. Nicole, well, yeah, it's a lot of people do believe him, but from my experience, he spoke like a guilty man. Spoke like a guilty man. That's trying to get his ducks in order to deal with it. And when I mean, man, when you see a person that's innocent, you can feel when they tell you that and I just gotta tell you, when I saw, I'm not gonna say he's so guilty, but I can tell you that there's a fly in the buttermilk. That's what I can say. He might not be guilty of what they say he is, but there's something that he's guilty of. There's something that he's guilty of. And see, that's why the Bible tells you, be careful who you hang with. You got to be careful who you hang with, because that person can rub off on you. See, when you going in other people's circles, when you want to be among other people, see, that particular stuff can rub off on you. Well, see, sin is glamorized. It dulls your perception. When sin tries to entice you, you don't. Getting caught is the last thing you worried about, because you got away with it. See, once you get away with something, you think you good. It ain't gonna get out. And that's how sin will do you. And once you do it one time and you get away, see, then that's the temptation to go back and do it again and do it again. Because you've been getting away, and now you're slowly dropping your guard. Well, one day you're gonna make a mistake, and you're gonna get caught. And see, and I told, um, yeah, you keep doing it. And see, and I told folk, man, he ain't the only pastor that some stuff gonna start coming out on. It's a lot of these black preachers, some freaks, and people got them up on a pedestal, and they cold-blooded freaks. I can't think of too many people that don't have some kind of sexual nature. Let me say that again. I can't think of too many people that don't have some kind of sexual nature about them. And this is what a lot of people seem to overlook, this fact that everybody you come in contact with got some kind of sexual nature. And some of them be the biggest freaks and look as professional as all out. And some freaks. Well, I'm not a revelation man. I could care less about revelation. Okay. Well. A lot of that was for show. A lot of that was for show. You know, when Tyler Perry, I mean, think about it. What puts him in a position of authority with God that he can go around and lay hands on people? Because the Bible say you don't lay hands on everybody. Okay, so what is Tyler Perry transferring to a man of God? See, it should have been the other way around. He should have been laying hands on Tyler Perry. But that $1 million that he got from Tyler Perry will make him do stuff like that. Okay? See, when you got a bunch of people that you know that's gonna believe whatever you want, whenever and however you do it, they're gonna believe it. You're gonna work that. You're gonna work it. And that's all he been doing is working his crowd. That's all he been doing is working his crowd. You can't be mad at him. Okay? You can't, and that's what it is. And see, and on top of this, church people are some of the loyalist sheep you can find. You can see, and here's what's gonna happen. If it turns out to be true, they gonna justify. Well, ain't nobody perfect. We all fall short. See, now you're justifying. But play with a lot of things, but God ain't one of them. That's what my grandmama always told me. Play with a lot of things, baby, but God ain't one of them. That's my grandmama always told me that. Because, you know, people used to tease me about being a preacher and all of this stuff. And one day I went to my grandmama. I said, Makora, you know, everybody's talking about I'm a preacher, I'm this, I'm that. And my grandma looked at me and she said, baby, when God wants you, he'll come get you. He'll come get you. When he wants you, he'll come get you. Yeah, that's what they gonna see. They lining that up now. They lining it up now. Because the first thing they're gonna say, well, we all fall short. See, now what is his wife supposed to say? See, that's another thing. See, that's a blow to her. Now what is his wife supposed to say if in fact he has been involved with some men? How's she supposed to look? You know, look how nasty this can get, man. This can get real nasty. And it wouldn't surprise me if some folk don't start dying behind this. I'm serious. I wouldn't be surprised if some people start dying behind this. Because this is demonic. And when you can get before the world, wow. Now I see. What good is it that a man gains the whole world and lose his soul? Now you see it. What good is it for a man to gain the whole world and lose his very own soul? That's what you're looking at. That's what you're looking at. All right? All right, man. Listen, I gotta get up here to this front desk and handle this bill. Um, um, y'all be blessed. Enjoy your day. I'll see you later.